Sagittarius, welcome to Illuminated Tarot. My name is Jenna. Today I'm here to do your mid-September reading. We're going to take a look at your recent past, your current energies, and what you may not see coming. Thank you for tuning in, for sharing this time with me, Sag. Let's get started. I'm going to first start out with some angel oracle guidance. Let's get some numbers. I'm a big fan of numerology. Let's see what numbers the angels, angelic realm, however you want to call it, are sending your way the rest of the month of September, Sag. And thank you, Spirit, for presiding over this reading for Sagittarius today. Okay, Sag. I'm feeling things go quiet. Have you been quiet? Or you've been thinking about something that you're keeping quiet? 2020? What was that, hindsight? Compassion. That's what the card says. We're going to read that in a moment. You may be having hindsight, kind of a 2020 experience this month. 2323. All right, a lot of twos. I know there's one more, Spirit. I know you got one more. Can feel it. Shuffling and sorting. There it is. Another, oh my God, Sag. More twos. Oh my God. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 twos, 4 zeros, and 2 threes. What? Okay, let's read these. So we have the word here, compassion, endless cycles, and act on your idea. Okay, let's read these. It is a confirmation that your assumptions and beliefs are correct, but it's also an encouragement to use your talents and gifts because they will benefit the world and your pockets. Be of service to others. Your potential is enormous. Ooh, that's beautiful. I'm shedding. Sorry, guys. There's some truth you're resistant to accept over and over again until you're tired and restrained beyond depression. It takes a decision to live life for yourself. Life is all about passion. Then you make a change and the world around you follows. So you could be not wanting to see the truth of a situation that you've been going through or you feel like you're repeating. Something's on repeat, but what it's telling you is about living life for yourself. You may be doing a little bit of self-sacrificing around a situation or multiple situations that are showing you the same thing. All right, now we have 0 to 20. You have the benefit of good fortune if you use your wise judgment. You can do anything. In this place, you can reach new heights. You should act on your potential when you see this pattern, since what you plant will grow. You're about to experience a spectacular ascent, Sag. I feel like you're trimming some fat here. I'm not sure exactly what. I'm talking about in the form of people. There's something that you're trying to shed. Or at least putting up healthy boundaries. That's what I'm getting here. Let's go in. Let's see what the tarot has to say. Interesting. I think that it's time. This is a time to be compassionate. You don't need to be ruthless when I say that, okay? There's something that's repeating. Repeating circumstances, repeating pattern. But now it's time to be disciplined and act on your ideas. Something about diplomacy in this grouping here. All right. I'm going to go into the recent past. Let me put these over here. There we go. Put those down. I don't even know if it matters because you've already heard them. And you can write this stuff down too. I used to have it set out, but I think it was distracting. Okay. So shuffle one more time. Oh, yeah. You're definitely in a confidence building time where you're really rising up here, moving forward with your life. There's been some changes. Changes. Yeah. Okay. The experience of somatics. This is the Knights. All right. So this is a slow moving energy. You can see this brown bear that she's riding. This is about walking with a steady pace, energy conservation. So, and things slowing down. I mean, this is the slowest moving energy in the deck. So in the recent past, everything kind of slowed down in some respects in your life. And you needed to tap into that. Let's just slow things down, because when you go too fast towards something, anything in your life, you might overlook your intuition. So I think something that you've been learning lately is around, let's just go at a steadier pace so I can see any potential yellow or red flags here in this situation. It could be around anything, okay? And needing to take your time. Current energy. Well, that came flying out. Another bear. Look at that. You've got bear medicine on your side. Now you have the polar bear with the hermit. Is that the hermit? Yeah, that's a hermit. That is a hermit if I've ever seen the hermit. And you know what the hermit is? This is the opportunity for you to go inward and to really listen, okay? Listen to what your soul self is saying. But with polar bears have a very beautiful, nourishing energy. You know, this is an opportunity for you to take the time to nourish yourself. Because the more you slow your energy down and you nourish yourself and you take your time, anything outside of you that could be perceived as a threat no longer will be. So it doesn't matter what you're encountering. If you're going full speed ahead and you're charging forward, especially as it relates to anything, it feels like I can't get a read yet on what you've been contending with exactly, but what it's been teaching you, right, is to conserve your energy and to take your time and to have your focus be more on nourishing yourself the rest of September, okay? You could have something around you that you perceive as a threat to your joy, to your bliss. I'm not sure exactly what it is. It's different for all of you, but your time right now needs to be better spent on nourishing you than on anything outside of you, is what this is saying. All right, now let's go into what you don't see coming. Oh, the star. Now we have 2 out of the 3 majors. Oh, I love this. Fireflies. This is one of my favorite cards in this deck. She's holding on to this light of hope. This is the renewal of faith. Okay, whenever we see the starlight of hope, you know, she's sitting still. As you can see, there's this inward perspective that's being drawn. You know, this is about sometimes peering into the darkness. We have this as well, peering into the darkness so you can find your own light, so you can believe in yourself, finding hope again. I believe that your cast lately has been drawn toward yourself, so you can renew your hope and faith in self on your path. You know, for largely what we encounter outside of us is really just informing what's going on within us. Wow. This has been a really spiritual time for you, Sag, where almost like when you talk about the compass, that internal compass is really lit up for you. And you could be I'm getting an inspiration to other people. Like you almost have this starlight of hope quality, like whenever you go out into the workplace. I'm getting goosebumps. Wherever you go, right? Outside of your home, or even within the inhabitants of your home, for those of you who have families, you are this hope and inspiration for people. The light in the darkness, right? You could be searching for that internal light. It could have been a lifelong quest, and it's really lighting up at this time, like really integrating with that part of you. Interesting. I'm getting this beautiful, just like strength through nourishing of the self. And what you don't see coming is the 10 of Pentacles. I'm sorry, not what you don't see coming. Your overall general energy, is what maybe you don't see this coming. Maybe some of you are like, what? I've got the 10 of Pentacles and I'm swimming in it. This is the feeling of abundance, okay? And whenever we look at the buffalo spirit, it's indicative of this whole notion that we're stronger when we work together. When we come together and we have that spirit of legacy mindset, Some of you are like stewarding your own business and all the people in it. Some of you are stewarding a new career and how rich it's making you feel. Some of you are stewarding your children and how nourishing that is to be a parent. I mean, there's something really profoundly beautiful in some level in perception of success for you. And it's different for everyone, but it's this feeling of satisfaction in what you've created in your life, Sag, this month. You're going to feel that on such a profoundly deep level because of the Hermit and the Starlight of Hope here. Ooh, I just got a whole body shivers. Shiver me timbers, Sag. There's something around your inner confidence that's taken you a while to believe in yourself and to recognize that the journey you've been on, it's almost like your spiritual journey has changed you profoundly. And it's like, you know, when you turn a light in a dark room, it just changes the room. So it's like, you're like this light bearer and you're bringing this inner light and it's like you're a light in the world. I'm getting that, Sag. 1111, Metatron. A lot of you have a direct link with Metatron. Look it up if you don't know who I'm talking about. I personally have a very, Metatron's my BFF, okay? I have 1111 on my arm. It's a higher frequency here, y'all, that you're tapping into because you slowed yourself down. And now you have this deep level of compassion for self here. And it's bringing about this rich feeling in your life. And it's grounded here in the material plane. It's not some like faraway concept. Like you're bringing it home in here, in your life. Okay, now let's see what these animals are talking about. Let's see what they're whispering to you. Let's talk about these bears. How about them bears? I don't even watch football. But I don't know, did they play recently? For all you football fans? It looks like she's holding a football on top of this bear. It's a fun sport, though. It's a fun sport. Yep, football season. I love these cards. They're beautiful. I'm bringing them down so you can see them. And I'm sorry if my lighting's off. I don't know why, but I woke up at the crack of dawn, like literally like 5:15 this morning. So I'm reading like the sun is slowly rising right now. So if my lighting is not normal, like what's going on with Jenna's lighting, it's because I'm reading really early this morning. But I'm glad because I wasn't going to read today. Did I thank Spirit? I think I did. And maybe you're like acknowledging how grateful you are for your spiritual work that you've done. All right, let's go into the past here with this slowing down of energy. Clarifying life situations, Oracle. What is this? Small steps. Yeah, baby steps. Baby steps. And that's in the victory, steady progress. The small wins, the small triumphs, the everyday victories, celebrate them. They will take you there. Yeah, this is past energy. So you might be slowly and methodically building something that is making you feel like you're riding a current of steadiness, right? In your achievements. This is a very balanced energy for you. It's like steady as you go, right? I love that. So your energy of really walking at a steady pace and conserving your energy is bringing about these small triumphs that give you that like oomph, right? That, okay, I'm on the right path. You're getting these signs in this past energy around, okay, a lot of you have been really building something in the material world, whether that's a business or a family or building your monies, because this is pentacle energy. This is like making your life more whole and complete by the balance of all spheres. We're talking physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, and financial. Okay. And when you do that and you're working on all those things and you're taking your time, it really helps you come into this deep core balance with yourself. Okay. I'm telling you, there's this beautiful nourishing of self going on here in your current energy. Saving grace. These two came out. Saving grace and scales of balance. What I was talking about. All these aspects of your life, they're coming into balance. You're in the flow. Forgiving yourself and others heals the wound and sets you free. This is around the endless cycle. You've been going through some sort of cycle with someone either that you're currently dealing with or someone who's part of your past that really taught you the lesson of forgiveness, even if they were a total freaking a-hole, okay? Just because someone shows up in their lower self doesn't mean that you shouldn't have compassion and forgive. I'm even talking about the narcissists of the world, and I don't throw that word around much here on the channel, but I'm telling you, you allow people to steal your peace when you hold on to resentment, even when you feel wronged. It has power over you, and it's a negative energy. So there's something around forgiving other people that is healing a wound and setting you free. And that's the path you've been learning from. Okay. And that brings everything back into balance. This is, the scales of justice. There's something around, it's interesting because Aries had justice show up in the current energy. So you fire signs, there's something coming back into balance. The second half of September. Seek equilibrium in love and career, harmonizing your inner scale to weigh decisions with both heart and mind. Yeah. You're an important decision point around, is this really what I want for my life? Is this person really in alignment with me? Is this occupation or whatever you're reorienting yourself to? It's around abundance and success and the long-term plan. Your legacy. Okay. Small steps. Interesting. I think I'm not going to say more because I feel like people are watching. This is an activation reading, these readings. Okay. So you're going to be hitting different energies when you watch this. And I know that I can feel like some light bulbs going off in some of you, and just whatever those light bulbs are in your life, these, the fireflies, write them down. Okay. Whatever ahas. I feel like some of you are getting ahas around your starlight of hope. I just love that card. I remember the magic of being a little kid. I believe it was in Hawaii. And just, all of the, have you ever been surrounded by fireflies? Maybe it was Texas, actually. I spent some time in Texas as a youth. And I think I think it was Texas, actually. They were pretty prevalent there. And I remember just being in awe of just, that's what you might be doing. Like what you don't see coming is this, like a feeling of awe around the restoration of hope and faith in your life. Duality dance. You've had some sort of light shadow with you, and it feels like other people or one particular person where you've been doing this shadow boxing. We're going to get more clarity. But, this is around, I'm not a big fan of clowns. They're kind of scary. This one's kind of scary. So, don't let that sway you. But it's around people and their lower selves, putting on masks. Yes, for people who are spiritual, you're like, why? Why can't people be authentic and real? Why are they not showing me who they really are? You know what I mean? It's just people's armoring, okay? So you might be dealing with people's armoring in your lifetime, and it's around forgiving them for they know not what they're doing, okay? The web of connection. Weave your connections. Okay, so the duality dance. Seek balance amid the chaos and find harmony within yourself. You're being guided inward, so you can come into balance with nurturing yourself, okay? Because the more you do that, the more everything will settle outside of you. Okay. I feel like you got someone around you that's playing mind games or just they're so in their shadow that they can't help but do that because they're not steady. Okay. You're trying to steady yourself. The web of connection, weave your connections thoughtfully, creating a supportive web that uplifts your personal and professional journeys. Yeah. So this is about leaning on the connections that stabilize you, not the ones that make you feel like you're a marionette or you're a puppet with the strings being pulled. I feel like you're making some really important decisions over who's almost, I don't know if they're intending to, but people that are emotionally manipulative. I was getting mad at the TV last night. I was watching Tell Me Lies. It's on Hulu or Disney Plus for those of you who are overseas. And I get so mad male, female, doesn't matter. I'm not like, poo-pooing on like the male species. But this one guy in this show, it's like people who create drama and lie and they're emotionally manipulative, do not make room for them, okay? Do not. You may have had people like that in your life and they've taught you a lot about forgiveness and forgiving and what belongs and what doesn't in your life. So that needs to be said because I'm being reminded of that character right now. And I was getting I wanted to throw food at the TV because I'm like, no, he's lying, and you may have had someone that you had the wool pulled from your eyes in your past, but it taught you A lot about taking your time getting to know people, okay? Because when you rush in, a lot of that's a projection and you get ahead of yourself. And so I'm getting that you're learning how to take a different approach and how to nourish yourself around the things that you're building slowly but surely, okay? Yeah, it's like you have this choice now. Do you want to weave your connections thoughtfully, or do you want to be playing with that chaos? Which I understand that, y'all. I'm a Libra. I'm a Sag rising. Okay, I understand like this spirit of adventure and let's just go for it and be spontaneous. But sometimes you kind of land in hot water, you know, and you're like, or it's like that whole, what is it? What is that fairy tale where the woman is like really you know, or the whole lobster effect, right? When they go into the hot water and it's like you don't realize what circumstances you're in until the water starts to boil. Okay, I know that's kind of a gruesome analogy, but let's go deeper into this, Sag. Y'all are taking me into some wild places here. We're going into Fairy Taleville. We're going into clowns. All right, you never know where the Oh, I didn't do. All right, I skipped a step. Let's do the clarifying life situation. We got to get the 10 of Pentacles here. What are the buffaloes saying? Real promise. Release the chains of the past and dance to the rhythm of possibility. Yeah, that's what you're doing. Something weighed you down in the past and you've been making steady progress. Some of you on your own, you find yourself single, and if you're in a connection, you definitely feel a little bit more of a separation there. So you can do a lot of inner work and really get a grasp on what's going on around you. Look at that. That's beautiful. It's like, it reminds me of one of the decks where it's coming to the edge. There's something around releasing the past for you. Some of you are working on ancestral trauma healing. This is like your soul timeline. Doing deep healing work. Okay. And letting go of it, maybe what it feels like a trauma bond. Feels like a trauma bond, and saying no more trauma bonds. No more 3D egoic trauma bonds. Oh, you know what? Did you all see that? Right as I said trauma bond, the devil came flying out. You're like, I'm not investing in anything toxic anymore. It's a decision you're making. I just saw 2244, so you might want to look that up. Okay. I feel like I just need to leave that there. I think you're recognizing whatever long-term investments you've made around, it's like a retrospective. And I think some of you are currently dealing with something that you know is not healthy for you. Let me get some more. That you need to distance yourself from. It's like someone's own toxicity that you don't want to taint your path. Okay? It's not your burden. It's not your karma I'm getting. Oh, and some of you, this is around the startup of something new, but realizing this isn't going to be healthy for me. Okay, this is that 10 of Pentacle energy. You're looking at investing in something that's new, that's long-term, and you don't want it to be tainted by anything toxic. So I think that you're given like these, it's like, for those of you who like to wear rose-colored glasses, you've got like the special like cleaners, and you're like, these are not like, that make them not rose-colored. There's something happening the second half of September where if you were starting to put those on, or you have a tendency to put those on, you're like cleaning those off. Like you have like, you can change basically, you know, those lenses that you can go outside and they can change. Like there's something around you either getting rid of the rose-colored glasses for good, or you have a special ability this month to change your perspective to see the true reality of a situation. And I know it's hard, honeys. It is hard. Because what does that lead to? Disappointment. You may have a new like false beginning here in September that maybe for a hot minute you were rushing into, saying, ooh, I could create a family with this person, or this is like the job, you know, investment I want to make. There's something that you're realizing that does show real promise, but there's some sort of like, I feel like this is some sort of warning around a new beginning in love, around, or a renewal of love around someone who is more unhealthy than you think. I'm getting that. At least they got their own cross to bear. That's not yours. Because, Spirit is handing you this real cup, right? And it's around you loving self here. And if this doesn't have to do with anyone else, this is you recognizing the places that you hold on to fear around the long term. Whatever you want to invest in, taking your time and slowing the energy down enough to make real steady progress. The small steps. I'm doing 3 there. Yeah, the recent past. You are now in a period of celebrating your victories, okay? There's a lot of personal mastery coming forward in the mental plane around your long-term investments. I feel like you've taken a lot of ideas and you're bringing people together in your recent past. I feel like your careers are thriving, y'all. Some of you might have gotten some sort of reward or recognition and a celebration around the things that you're building in the material plane. I mean, the Ten of Pentacles is this feeling of stability and security. No matter how you acquired that, the acquisition of that notion, you did. And you're taking that forward. And I think it's making you feel like, well, you might be taking risks in love, but not to the point where you're going to be self-sabotaging or self-sacrificing. Yeah, no, you're not doing that. You've got enough wounds in that department. The scales of balance here. That one wants to come out in reverse. Yeah, you're coming out of abandoning self. Don't do this. Don't do this. Okay? You're not going to do that in your choices anymore, Sag, right? We've learned that lesson. No more self-sabotage by allowing people in that are wounded, that you think you can, change. This is about nourishing yourself now and finding balance in love and career, harmonizing your inner scale. It's like so you might be making some crucial decisions around who stays and who goes this month. Okay, so you can lighten up the frequency of love. Yeah, double hermit energy with the moon. You might be realizing some things this month, the rest of this month, around just the things you need to really let go of. The people. I feel like you've got somebody that you've allowed in that has taken advantage of you and is undermining your stability. And it's like almost like, I don't want to look at it. I don't want to look at it, but this month you're like, I got to look at it. I got to look at it. I got to do something about it. Spirit's really trying to shine a light on this, okay, for you in the current energy. And there's some sort of saving grace here around you no longer, being in any sort of denial about how you truly feel about a situation, okay? If someone's like, I'm feeling like you got someone around you that's like a Jekyll Hyde, yeah, this death one to come out in reverse. What's over that you're repeating or allowing in? What is it that you need to end in your life, okay? What's on repeat here? Yeah, a lot of you, Sag, you're turning your back on something that needs to end. I'm getting that. Yeah, it's like a situation you can't trust. Your starlight of hope. You need to build connections that you can trust, okay? Look at that. That's like, no, I don't trust this individual. There's someone around you who, here's the thing. It's like whether they intend or not, like that guy, tell me lies. That's what I was picking up off of that. It's like, who in your life is either lying to themselves or lying to you? And that web of deceit, right? That allows you to put up with that toxicity. I'm telling you, you are untangling yourself from some sort of trauma bond here. 3D shadow box. And, and it's not what you want anymore. You want to build stability and security. That's where it's at. I feel like there's more. I want to get one more on why is the death here in reverse, Spirit? I know you're like looking, you're not going to repeat a cycle. That's basically what that is. I mean, I hope you don't. Okay? I hope you don't. Because this is the endless cycle card, right? Spirit's giving you a warning here, Sag. All right, the Lovers, that's what I call shooting out. You've got a major decision. It's hard because, see, the thing is that we get attached and you do have some level of joy in this connection. Feels like a certain person, but you're like, I got to make a decision here to cut something out. And you know what? Sometimes you just got to go through the pain of it, right? The Queen of Swords, she knows. What did I say? Did I say something about cutting something away at the beginning? I don't know. I can't remember. That might have been Aries. Yeah. The thing is that you know that you can make yourself happy, that you have the sun's vitality, that you are the light. So You could even have someone around you that's going through a really difficult time inside of themselves. Okay. And it can be a drain. It can be a strain when you're holding up someone else in this world. Excuse me. Goodness me. Something got caught in my throat there. So you could be getting like really emotionally, like kind of choked up over the situation. The devil. You might be seeing someone's true colors. I feel like this reading is a warning, Sag, and I'm sorry. You might have someone around you. I'm not getting a good vibe off this person, Hans. I'm sorry. I think you're going to be turning your back on somebody in your life. I don't know who this is. It doesn't mean it's a lover just because the lovers is here. So it's somebody that you're realizing you cannot trust. They might be a smooth operator. It could be anyone in your life, but you're just realizing someone's true colors and you're like, I can't put up with this anymore. But it's going to teach you strength. Yeah. The web of confusion. Maybe some of you, I just heard the web of deceit. My goodness. Interesting. I never get choked up, but I got like really choked up there. Yeah. This is about you cutting away. We got the King of Swords in the past. It's like you've acquired this certain level of elevation in your mind. Like, you know, but sometimes you get in like two minds about this person. Lovers sideways. Gosh, this is going to be hard for you to... It's like almost like a hard habit to quit kind of thing, you know? Like, I don't know if it's codependency or, you know, you just feel responsible for this person, but it's something that you're going to have to really navigate carefully. This has been quite someone who's showing up with a bit of emotional immaturity here. I just saw 3134. You might want to look that up. But with the lovers on the side, again, you're making a critical decision this month, and Spirit is saying use your logic, all right? Because if you get your heart all caught up in it around there, I feel like you got someone who's like, I don't, part of me feels like it's not intentional wherever they are. It's like they're not trying to be toxic, but they are. Okay, I don't know why, but I'm feeling your frustration. Like, not again. You're gonna have to be brave. You're gonna have to be brave. Okay, you don't need the chaos. This endless cycle they keep highlighting. There's some truth you're resistant to accept over and over again until you're tired and restrained beyond depression. It takes a decision to live life for yourself. Life is all about passion. Something's draining your passion here. You need to live life for yourself, Sag. Whatever you need to remove from your life, you're doing it this month. That one. Energy, fire spirit. Wow, look at that. She looks like she's acquiring her power here. There's something about your personal empowerment that's being lit up. Number 17. Let's see. Take action. This is not the time to hold back in life. Do not repress what you feel or allow yourself to be drained by others. If you strive to meet everyone's expectations and fulfill the needs of others, but forget to honor your own needs, your energy field becomes depleted and dull. Break free of your constraints, whether self-inflicted or imposed on you by others. Activate your verve and your passion. Give your emotions free rein. Waves of energy will surge through you as you spontaneously express yourself. Running on your own resources, however, can be depleting. Allow the Creator to flow through you. Be open to receive, knowing that you don't have to do it all yourself. This replenishes your soul and supports you in accessing enormous amounts of energy. The power of fire spirit is renowned. One of the 4 prime elements. It traditionally represents transformation, passion, zeal, enthusiasm, creativity, and activation. In many traditions, fire is synonymous with creation itself. Let the energy of fire inspire action and movement for you now. The spirit of fire says incredible vitality, life force energy, and passion are expanding in your life. If you start to feel drained by the expectations of others, don't hold back. Ignite your inner fire. Speak your truth, Sag. Let the light of the Creator surge through you. Whoa, I'm getting a hear ye. Okay. Oh, Sag, I'm sending love. You can handle this, okay? Take care.